Hello one and all, this is Wolfstar Gaming. It's Anton Savetin, and welcome back to more Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. Last time, I went through all of the recapping cutscenes of Kingdom Hearts 2, 358 Days Over 2, and coded, or recoded. I always just call it coded because I feel like the re is unnecessary. All it really means is just remaster. But that's just me. Anyway, getting back into this, we are going to be starting the recapping of Birth by Sleep. So, let's get into it, shall we?
Master Ericus's 3 apprentices affirmed their bonds of friendship as they prepared for the Mark of Mastery exam. But Aqua was the only one to pass the exam and become a Keyblade Master. Leaving Terra no time for disappointment, the 3 immediately received word that creatures called the Unversed had emerged to threaten the world of light, and Master Xehanort had gone missing. Both Terra and Aqua were tasked with bringing the situation under control. Meanwhile, a masked boy left Ventus with a distressing thought. Terra resisted the call of darkness as he sought out Xehanort and the Unversed. Ventus chased after him, and Aqua carried out orders to monitor Terra. Everything was going perfectly according to Master Xehanort's plan.
And, you know, this is interesting coming from the perspective of Kairi. I mean, with Kingdom Hearts 1, I said that it was obvious how she would know about the events of Kingdom Hearts 1 because her heart was inside Sora the whole time. But from Kingdom Hearts 1 afterward, it's like, how does she know all these plot points with the other games? I mean, she may know a little bit from Kingdom Hearts 2, but I am wondering how she knows of all these different plot points from, 358, Birth by Sleep here, Coded, and especially a chain of memories. That whole chain of events, was completely forgotten by Sora because Naminé had restored his memories, so it's like he completely forgot what went on there. But Riku went through Castle Oblivion. He could have told Kairi about it, but I don't really see him like sitting down with Kairi and telling her everything that went on with his journey. I could see that with Sora, but not so much Riku. And then you get around to like the other games here, and it's like, how does she know all these plot points? It is rather curious. And maybe that will be answered when we eventually get around to the cutscenes that are supposed to take place after Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. Because I know that there are pertinent cutscenes with the main story in this game, and that it's not just all this recapping. So, and I'm very interested in seeing those cutscenes. But first I have to go through all the recapping here with the previous games. So I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully my question will be answered about how she knows all these plot points. Hopefully. My timing is impeccable. Pause right at the very end of the cutscene. Whatever. 12 Twilight Shards, okay. Alright. And that opens up. We get Dwarf Woodlands. Castle of Dreams. Just those two. So now I have to go through a couple of Disney Worlds here. Looks like the next one is right here. But I think what I want to do is go here first because story-wise I've been going to the different worlds in order of the original game. So I'm going to be going to Dwarf Woodlands first. I'm trying to think of the world order here because with Birth by Sleep, it's all kind of split up between Aqua, Terra, and Ventus. And they don't go to the same worlds in the same order. So I'm gonna have to think about this here for a second. Let's see here. Okay, so I think I know what I need to do here in terms of going through this in world order of the original game. So with Team Classic, Sora is the team leader. With Team Days, Roxas is the team leader. And of course, clearly with Team 3D, Riku is the team leader. Definitely wouldn't be the Dream Eaters there. And then with Birth by Sleep, seems that Aqua is team leader. So, with going through these worlds in their respective order as Aqua, I would actually be going to Castle of Dreams first. Not Dwarf Woodlands. So, off to Castle of Dreams first.
It turns out that when I was little, Aqua came to my rescue in Radiant Garden.
Though she didn't exactly remember that in Kingdom Hearts 3 when she wound up meeting back up with Aqua. But, you know.
Then she reunited with Terra and Ventus, but once again, their paths and hearts quickly diverged. Terra was guided by a light to a young boy, Riku. He bequeathed Riku his Keyblade. Meanwhile, Ventus learned he would become the Keyblade, and Master Ericus tried to seal him away. Determined to save his friend, Terra unleashed the power of darkness as he faced his own master. The Keyblade would form when pure light and pure darkness clashed.
And, yeah, personally, I like to call it Keyblade. I mean, Master Xehanort says right in the game that it can either be pronounced Kai or Key. So, instead of calling it the Keyblade, I like to call it Keyblade.
Ventus set out toward the Keyblade graveyard to bring all of this to an end.
All right. Dude, all songs in 50 worlds. Light the darkness. That's no easy feat. So yeah, this one is the next one. So 24 stars. I've been having trouble getting the missions in this path. For some reason, for the life of me, I can... Well, That one's copyrighted. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. It's like, that's Disney. That's definitely going to be copyrighted. For some reason, I cannot get the timing right to get the missions cleared with that one. I don't know what it is, but I'm having the toughest time with this one. And I've already played through it like 7 times.
Master Xehanort's plan was revealed at last. Terra, Aqua, and Ventus entered into a grueling final battle. As they fought, Xehanort summoned Kingdom Hearts.
And you know, it's a shame that they didn't really get to utilize the, I believe it's called the FMV that they had featured as a secret movie at the very end of Kingdom Hearts 2. That was as a teaser for Birth by Sleep. It's a shame that they didn't utilize it in the actual game of Birth by Sleep, especially since it was on the PSP. It would have been so cool if they had. And also another shame is losing the capes. A couple of losses there, especially with the capes. That would have made the game lag, though, I feel, with it being on the PSP, probably. And it might have also caused some issues with the hardware or software. I'm not entirely sure which, but it is what it is. We have what we have with the actual game, but I just wanted to point out that it's a shame that we kind of lost those 2 aspects of Birth by Sleep.
Terra's body became a vessel for Xehanort, but his lingering will and devotion to Aqua and Ventus remained attached to his armor. Even knowing that his own heart would be destroyed in the process, Ventus fought to stop the Keyblade from forming.
And this part was just so sad too, to just Ventus, giving up his heart like that. And Jesse McCartney, who voices him, it's like he really hit home with his delivery of the dialogue.
As Ventus struggled, Aqua confronted Vanitas, who had taken control of Ventus's body. Drawing strength from her friends, she destroyed the Keyblade.
And it shattered into many pieces. All right. Well, on to the next one.
Ventus's heart fell into a deep sleep. Aqua faced off against Terra, whose body was controlled by Master Xehanort. To restore his heart to him, Aqua fought with all she had. Xehanort drove Terra's heart out of his body. Terra fell to darkness.
And I remember back when Birth by Sleep first came out, I was hearing like whispers of a theory around who the Guardian actually was, and what started out as a fan theory turned out to be true. So that's actually really cool that fans of Kingdom Hearts figured out a theory that Tetsuya Nomura had been working on with the Guardian. So, yay us, right?
Refusing to lose her friend, Aqua sent him back to the realm of light, but he awoke with no memories and called himself Xehanort. Trapped in the realm of darkness and all alone, Aqua was about to give up the endless battle with darkness when her connections to her friends appeared in the form of a brilliant light and saved her. Sora, still just a child, had previously joined his heart with Ventus's. The connection they shared brought Ventus's wounded heart back to him.
And that's really crazy to think that ever since Sora has been 4 years old, he has had Ventus's heart inside him. So by the time Kingdom Hearts 1 takes place and Kairi's heart goes into him, he has actually had 2 hearts in him during the course of the first game. That's kind of crazy to think about in hindsight. Oh, interesting. Oh. Huh. Very interesting. Okay. So let me zoom out here. We go all the way back to the beginning. Okay, this down here got a long way to go. Okay. This unlocked all the way down here. Ooh. This is 0.2 music right here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But 0.2 takes place after Dream Drop Distance, so I won't be doing that quite yet. So, interesting. Okay. I was wondering if they were gonna incorporate any 0.2 music, and they have, which is awesome. Especially considering that 0.2 was such a small game, really small game compared to the others. About 280 stars to clear that one. Okay, and this is all 0.2 stuff as well up here. All right. Well, that's Birth by Sleep done. Now I just have to do Dream Drop Distance. So, but before jumping into this one, I need to switch parties. Switch it to Team 3D here. All right. So, do these do the songs here, and then we'll get into Dream Drop Distance cutscenes.
Master Yen Sid knew that Sora and Riku still had a lot to learn before they could stop Master Xehanort, so he prompted them to take the Mark of Mastery exam. The exam required the two to dive into sleeping worlds and reawaken them by unlocking their keyholes. But an unfortunate encounter caused Sora and Riku to be flung into different worlds. Fighting alongside benevolent Dream Eaters, or spirits, they carried on. Suddenly, a boy in a black coat appeared.
With all too familiar eyes. Alright. Let's see, which one is the next one here? Right here. Okay. So not too terribly far to go.
Sora and Riku continued traveling from dream to dream. However, the cloaked boy, Ansem, and Xemnas appeared everywhere Sora and Riku went, misleading them with every encounter. Meanwhile, Mickey was caught up in one of Maleficent's schemes, but he was saved by Lee, formerly known as Axel, from Organization 13.
And everyone had his name as Axel too well memorized.
Master Yen Sid agreed to make Lee a Keyblade wielder to catch Xehanort off guard in hopes of defeating him.
Yeah, and as far as the Disney worlds in this game, I remember when I first picked up the game, the only Disney world that I didn't know was Country of the Musketeers. And that was because I didn't know that there was a Mickey, Donald, and Goofy version of the Three Musketeers. Like, I grew up watching a live-action Disney version, in the 90s. So, come around to Dream Drop Distance, and I'm surprised with this world. And I'm like, And going through the world, it got me curious of the actual movie, and I decided to try and look for it. And I managed to find a copy and actually sat down and watched it, and, for what it is, it's not a bad movie. Anyway. Alright, so this is all unlocked up here now. Alright, so the next one is right here. Okay. Yeah, and I am noting that with Dream Drop Distance that Fantasia is noticeably absent here. The Fantasia world. Which is actually not too surprising because, while the music from Fantasia is great, it isn't exactly Yoko Shimomura's music. And that's what this game is really revolved around. So it makes more sense to have her music than classic pieces of music to be going through. Alright, so onward.
He had completed his exam, but found himself in the world that never was. There, he was lured into the depths of darkness and captured to become the 13th vessel for Master Xehanort. Meanwhile, Riku had arrived to find Sora trapped in a bad dream. Riku learned that he had unwittingly dived into Sora's dream and protected him from nightmares as he slept. Master Xehanort managed to regain his form, but he was caught off guard and was unable to carry out his plan.
In kind of a funny moment.
His parting words foretelling a war that was yet to come.
Alright. That's that one done. And just right on to this one. Okay, so that last cutscene, I almost forgot to press record. Fortunately, I caught myself right at the very beginning of that cutscene. Anyway.
In order to wake Sora, Riku dived into his dream once more. Riku continued deeper into Sora's dream, where he encountered those whose hearts were sleeping inside Sora's heart.
It's interesting that she knows that side of this particular story.
Thanks to their help, Sora managed to wake up safe and sound, and Riku was made a Keyblade Master. Lee had become a Keyblade wielder.
And everyone's reaction is just priceless. And it's like everyone who was playing the game, too, pretty much had the same reaction. I know I certainly did.
And I was brought in to become a new member of the Guardians of Light.
All right, that is Dream Drop Distance done. All right, so now it's time to go all the way back down to the start of the map to go through that one little part for 0.2. Now we'll be getting into that, so that will be fun. Should be. It'll be interesting to get Kairi's perspective with 0.2.
As Aqua wandered alone through the realm of darkness, familiar worlds from the realm of light appeared.
Such as Castle of Dreams. It's actually kind of surprising that a Disney world would fall to darkness like that. It's like when you really think about it, a Disney world of all worlds falling to darkness.
Something was wrong. As she hurried onward, silent visions of Terra and Ventus emerged before her. And she was even forced to fight against a vision of herself. Aqua began to realize the vulnerability of her own heart and desperately chased after her friends' images. After defeating a massive Heartless, Aqua was finally able to speak with Terra, who had ties to the realm of darkness. But moments later, he was taken over by Master Xehanort. Aqua was saved just in time by Mickey. He was there searching for the Keyblade that belonged to the realm of darkness. Together, they arrived at Destiny Islands, which had fallen into darkness. Aqua realized that she had been to this world before, and mentioned that this was where she had met Sora and Riku, which helped Mickey find the Keyblade he was searching for. They had everything they needed. Now they just had to close the door.
And it's actually, kind of worth questioning exactly how long has that key been there, that Keyblade? I can only assume ever since before Sora was even born. And that would be a very long time. I mean, Sora's, at this point in the lore, he's, was it 15? I believe that's, no wait, 16, I believe. I believe I have that right. Because in the first game, he's 14, and then he has a year where he's asleep, so 15. And then, he would be 15. So yeah, that would be a very long time for that key to be there.
Suddenly, Heartless appeared, and Aqua faced them, knowing she'd be trapped in the Dark Realm. Having fulfilled her duty as a Keyblade Master, Aqua watched the world regain its light before her eyes as she fell to the depths of darkness. Years passed, and preparations were made to search for Aqua.
With 0.2, everything that Aqua goes through, I know, takes place concurrently with Kingdom Hearts 1. But it's all told from Mickey's perspective in the present. So while the game does take place during Kingdom Hearts 1, it also takes place just before Kingdom Hearts 3. So when you think about it, chronologically, 0.2 should come after Dream Drop Distance, because it's one huge flashback. And 0.2 is supposed to be the prologue to Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, from what I remember hearing about the prologue for Kingdom Hearts 3, that 0.2 was originally going to be part of Kingdom Hearts 3. But I guess Tetsuya Nomura felt that would make the game too long for some reason. I mean, I would have been fine if the whole Aqua segment was in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's like, I really don't understand why he decided to do it that way, but it was his decision. So
we all set off toward different destinations, each with our hearts as our guiding key.
Yes. May our hearts be our guiding key. Which is an interesting phrase. It's Aqua Memory Dive MS material. All right. And there we go. That's unlocked. All these three unlock. All right. So, like, what was I saying? What the heck was I saying? Oh yeah. The phrase, may your heart be your guiding key, is such an interesting phrase, and one that is worth analyzing. I don't think anyone has ever analyzed it, though. That being said, I don't really know. So I think at this point, I am going to call it here. I'll go through all the 0.2 stuff here, and then next time we'll go through everything Kingdom Hearts 3. And the next video should actually be the last one, actually, because we'll have this one here, then here, and then here. So it should go rather quickly in terms of the recaps here. And then we should be getting everything that comes after Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, which is all brand new stuff. So, yeah. Short little series, but I wanted to cover this game with its story. So, yeah. Next time we'll finish this series off. So, I hope you all enjoyed watching. And thank you for watching, by the way. And if you enjoyed the video and want to see more, like, favorite, and subscribe to become part of the pack. And don't forget to claw that bell icon so you know when a new video comes out. And as always, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.